by the industry leader. For this, I would like to call upon stage Mr. Vic Gaffney, Director General at Indian Institute of Leadership Sciences, to speak upon the broader perspectives on importance of leadership and leadership skills in education industry. So let's have a huge round of applause, everyone, in welcoming Mr. Vic Gaffney.
Namaskar and good morning. So, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to be here today. This is my second appearance with EdTalk. I was one of the people here last year as well for the inaugural session. So to be invited back again is indeed an honour, and certainly I hope that whatever little bit of tidbits that I share with you today is meaningful for you. So ladies and gentlemen and distinguished guests, namaskar again. For those of the Muslim persuasion, assalamu alaikum. And so let's move on to the topic that I'm here to discuss, and that is the impact and meaning of leadership. Now, I would challenge nearly everybody in this room to de-link the concept of leadership with the default called management. Now, how many people associate leadership and management in this room? Hands up. Now, don't be afraid to put your hands up. I'm not going to say, wrong. But what I am going to say is that let's compare two very famous Indian people, Modi and Shah. You look at their styles, they are arguably some of the most powerful people in this country and most influential. Who is naturally the leader? Modi. If you were to put Shah in Modi's boots and have him stand on the stage and talk with you, within 2 minutes you'll be falling asleep. However, Modi relies on Shah to deliver the management side of his vision. So he is the epitome of demonstrating leadership skills, assertiveness, the ability to listen, the ability to communicate, using his body language, his connect with the audience. In doing this, he inspires and he gets the work done with and through others, which is the basic principle of management. So therefore, Shah plays the role of manager very beautifully and very effectively. But leadership skills can be applied in any walk of life. It's not just about management. It can be applied in education, in sports, in any walk of life. So, in my trajectory in the education system, I probably would have to rewind about 30, 35 years to the time when I started looking at capacity building my own character. In those days, we didn't have formal training programs, and even today here in India, the soft skills that we deal with in terms of capacity building ourselves, they're salami sliced. So for example, if you want to learn about body language, you might have to dig up something dealing with that, and it's just like a dedicated certificate program. Or if you wanted to do something about personality development or presentation skills, again, they're salami sliced. It appeared to me that over my own personal trajectory, looking at the salami slice approach wasn't really the answer to how to cultivate leadership skills. Now, the concept of developing leadership skills has been addressed by some of the world's top universities, including Harvard, including Cornell, including, shall we say, Cambridge, Oxford, University of Peking, and so on. And so they have dedicated leadership training and capacity building programs and coupled them with, for example, psychology, certain elements, and also diplomacy. Here in India, who's doing that? India represents one human being in every 5 on the planet. Where's the leadership training programs for them? How is India addressing the idea of being there and bouncing around on the world stage and representing Indian interests effectively as leaders? So it occurred to me, why not do what B.R. Ambedkar did? When he drafted the Constitution of India, he didn't rely on his own imagination. He picked the eyes out of some of the best constitutions written around the world, cherry-picked and remoulded it, Desiized it, and what we have today is one of the world's finest constitutions. So I used this model and decided, okay, I'm going to cherry-pick the best of what the top universities around the world are doing and put together a program of leadership sciences. So the Indian Institute of Leadership Sciences was born last year, and it is so exciting, I'm almost leaping out of my skin with excitement on the results that we're already starting to see. I get goosebumps even talking about it. So, leadership. Anybody can do this. Anybody can understand this. But not everybody has the ability or the desire to take on leadership roles. Why? Because we all have some inherent basic default setting. Some of us are more supportive in our approach. Some of us are more creative in our approach. Some of us are more intellectual in our approach, or analytical, or management-oriented. So that default setting will influence how we exercise our leadership skills. So leadership in education is, in fact, one of the threads or refrains that is coming through in this year's lectures delivered here at the EdTalk program. So this is why I'm so delighted to be here, because we're touching on a subject that is part of the core of my heart. And so I'm so happy to be here to present this with you, to talk about it with you, to add some of my insights and experiences as we unfold over the next day and a half. Something is a little bit funny with this microphone. It fades in and out. Anyway, I don't want to stand behind the lectern. I share the same fear of lecterns or dislike of lecterns as Dr. Maria here. But she's better looking than me, so I mean, she probably comes up better in terms of talking in front of the audience. But having said that, I'm not going to take up too much time, because shortly, I'm sure everyone wants to tuck into some lunch and have a break. And I'm going to save the best for last. Tomorrow, I'll be one of the panelists sitting here, and we'll have a discussion which dives much deeper into leadership. So I'll save the best for last. Today, I'm just giving you a little sneak preview of coming attractions. So on that note, namaskar. Thank you very much for giving me your kind ear.